Baby, I don't know who has it out for Amara, but they are not letting up. I need Simone to get dumped by Jordan because at this point she has lost all her marbles when it comes to boundaries. Damon and JR need to go to therapy because they are both hard-headed and prideful. And poor Nate. So getting straight into it, I want to talk about Simone really quick because, girl. Now, it's no secret that Damon has been obsessed with Simone since the day he met her back when they, both were touring the campus. And it seems like his feelings has been involving more now that they are always around each other, helping each other and doing things with one another. But I will give Damon the benefit of the doubt about not being so forthcoming as he was at the beginning of this season. He's definitely toned it down a bit. Yet, he cannot break from the Simone spell. But you know what? I've been saying this for a while, and I'm so glad it has been highlighted this episode, which is Simone is an enabler for Damon's feelings for her. And whether she believes she's doing it intentionally or unintentionally, the fact of the matter is, she is doing it, period. In this episode, Simone brought up how her and Jordan must schedule time and dates for them to talk to each other and have phone sets and to be connected with one another while they are, long distance. And clearly it is important, and she knows that, yet the moment Damon has something going on, she is dropping everything and riding, Damon's coattail. So in this episode, she was supposed to have a call with Jordan, but decided to reschedule that so she can fly out with Damon to his hometown last minute. And when I say last minute, I mean, my girl damn near didn't pack any clothes because it was a day trip. So she had the same clothes on when she flew back. But needless to say, she wanted to be there with Damon when he talked to his dad. Mind you, Damon didn't even ask her to come. She volunteered her own self in her own presence, child. And on top of that, I found it funny how she was able to scrape up some last minute money for this random trip with Damon. But when she brought up planning a trip to see Jordan, all of a sudden she's broke and she ain't got nothing. She ain't got no money. Like, girl, clearly your priorities and points are focused on the wrong guy. And she knows it. But what got me was after the trip, she was dodging calls from Jordan because she knew if she was to speak to him, she would have to tell him where she was. Granted, I don't think she did anything wrong by being there for a friend, but the fact that it's a friend that her boyfriend doesn't like for, valid reasons of, Damon having feelings for Simone is why I think the problem lies and why Simone knows she was wrong. Hell, even Damon's mom believes that him and Simone have something going on because of how Simone caters and cares for Damon. It's very weird being that she's in a full-blown relationship. And Simone loves to use the excuse of them being friends as a defense mechanism, but she couldn't use that excuse this episode because, baby, them feelings she's been, trying to push down for Damon was fighting back and winning. And Keisha called her out on it. And then she started to realize, she was overstepping her boundaries with Damon. She was. So I can't wait to see if she tells Jordan in the next episode. But to be honest, I want them to break up. I think it's time for them to let each other go. They gave it a fighting chance, but it's just not working. And I mean, maybe as time passes, they will, end up back together. But as of now, they need separation. But moving on from Simone, I want to talk about Damon and what he was dealing with this episode beyond his ongoing feelings, for Simone. So the reason he was going back to Chicago was because his mom told him it was a good time to go speak with his dad, who has Alzheimer's, about information on his adoption case. But even though he may have good days or weeks, he is still in and out of moments and don't fully remember people or things. So when Damon gets face to face with his dad, he keeps calling him George, thinking Damon is his brother. But clearly Damon was not ready to meet up with his dad in his current state because as soon as his dad couldn't give him the answer he wanted, Damon flipped out, and I was so pissed at him because something in me knew that, that was going to happen because Damon lacks control when things don't go his way. And it's irritating because everything his mom told him not to do, he did it. And not only that, Damon's dad was telling him a story about going to a coffee shop. Now I knew that eventually the story was going to lead somewhere, but damn, Damon didn't give the man time to get it off his chest before exploding on him. Only for the dad to talk to him again in a better state and tell him the same exact story. Only the second time he brought up how he ran into JR's mom at the coffee shop. Now see, if only Damon would have been patient when speaking to the man the first time, he would have been had that information. Because clearly, now knowing that JR's mom and Damon's dad has met before would maybe be the key to some missing pieces of Damon's adoption story. But I think it's also going to cause even more drama in JR's life. But at this point, we know they are not brothers because they took the DNA test. So at this point, I don't know where they are heading with this plot twist. Like, could JR be Damon's dad, real son? Or maybe Damon is JR's mom child and JR isn't her child? Like, I don't know. It's just so much confusion with this one bit of information. And I need them to get to the bottom of it immediately. But what had me upset was Damon ran to Simone and not JR. Like, boy, she can't do nothing for you but give them little sad looking eyes she always give. And that's what you don't need right now. Plus, Simone needs to be dealing with her own problems with Jordan anyway, child. So drifting away from Damon, I want to jump into JR because he has gotten back on track and I love that for him. I mean, it took him a minute, but he got there. So in this episode, JR finally went to Coach Marcus to ask him if he can get back on the team. And Coach was fine with it, but he told him he had to, be accepted back from the team. And I'm over here like, Lord, they are about to be so dramatic about this. Like, they gonna overdo it. I just know they are. But rightfully so though. They got every right to. Like, you left us for like 3 weeks. Like, what you want? Why you trying to come back? So I get it. I just feel bad for JR because he was really dealing with something that was affecting him mentally. So even if he would have stayed on a team, his mind would have been all over the place and he wouldn't have been focusing on the sport, which, would have been detrimental to the team's growth. So to be honest, in my opinion, him leaving and figuring things out was best. But this is the consequences that comes, with his departure. Now see, the thing is, all his teammates wanted from him was the reason why he left. But JR was still in a prideful mind state that held him back from telling them what he was dealing with. Which is so crazy because it's like he was holding it in as if it was, as if the secrecy was going to be held over his head moving forward. Like, JR, baby, you are not the only person in the world going through something. And I get that your parents divorcing is heartbreaking for you, but I don't see it being, something your teammates will hang over your head. Hell, half of them probably don't have parents that lasted that long with each other anyways. So I just didn't get why he didn't want to tell them. But there was a point where Damon opened up about his family situation and his family problems to a room full of random people. And, that motivated JR to open up to his teammates about what he was going through. And, it was easy breezy from there. And I was so glad that he took accountability for his actions, especially towards the way he was treating Damon during his downtime. But I'm just curious if he's going to bring back, that hardcore energy when he find out that his mom and Damon's dad know each other. Okay, moving on, I got to talk about Amara. We know that she has been going through it and somebody or bodies is out to get her and is going above and beyond and they are not stopping until she is gone, okay? Now, she said she was going to start putting up a fight, but to be honest, her fight isn't giving me what I needed to give. Granted, I hate that they keep teasing and talking about all the drama she is dealing with, but we never really see her in action, which I would love to see because Amara is a good actor and character, and she gives off that, bad bitch energy in like a weird way. It's just, we not seeing it, so it kind of falls flat each episode. It's like, she's not going hard enough for me, especially when so many people are on her neck and has her on edge every episode on whether or not she's losing her job for something she didn't do or say. And I don't know what it is she can do, and I don't know if what she is currently doing is the right path to take. But it just seems tiring and draining. Like there has to be some sort of further step for her to take that will keep them off, off of her. Because it's like the lady would trip on campus and someone would tell Zeke, and he would tell her that the board of trustees are investigating her fall because she was walking too fast when she should have. Like that's how absurd the drama is with her. But I mean, she wants a job, so she has to keep fighting until, I guess, whenever. But speaking of Zeke, Lord knows I don't like him. Okay. Because Zeke is the president of the school, he wants to play boss and dictator with Amara on her bad days. But then wants to flirt with her and be friendly with her on her good days. Like, no, sir, go away. I hate that he knows her and knows her intentions, yet it seems like when he is in the room with other people, he isn't trying to vouch for her. Like, I get you're the president and there are others over you, but the least you could do is conduct a thorough investigation on the accusations against her before entering a room full of people trying to get rid of her and don't even have the accurate facts. Especially when most of the time she can't be in those rooms to defend herself. But overall, I just want it to be revealed on who is trying to take my girl Amara out, because my God, she can't catch a break. As soon as she gets over one hurdle, boom, someone is sharing her mugshot all over the internet. But yeah, girl, Amara, where that mugshot come from? What were you out here doing, girl? I can't wait to see how that play out. Now moving on to Cam and all his singing glory. I don't know why, but seeing Cam go from an all-star football player to an acapella singer is so funny to me. And don't get me wrong, the boy can sing, no doubt. But I think the unexpectedness of that is hilarious. Although it's funny to me that Cam is being pushed as a singer now, I must admit I love that for him, because it was literally boiling my blood that he was trying to hold on to football. Like, baby boy, please let that go, but leave it up to Keisha to talk some sense to him. We love when Keisha do that. Speaking of Keisha, I know she is sick. So she was introduced to this new girl, Gabrielle, right? I think that's her name, Gabrielle, who runs an a cappella group on campus. And she was looking for Cam so she can convince him to be in a singing group. And of course, at first, he was dodging her. But Keisha helped the girl get to Cam. But at the same time, Keisha's feelings for Cam started rising again. But hell, she's too late now, because while she was out here trying to be a good friend with no feelings or benefits, helping Cam find a path to his new passion, she done messed around and put him in the arms of another girl, unintentionally. And baby, I know she is regretting every minute of it. Which, to be honest, is crazy to me, because I still don't get why she never gave Cam a real shot. Like, he was ready to be all in with her and she folded. Like, girl, get it together. So, I want to end off my recap talking about Nate, who is like my favorite person on the show, because for one, his acting is amazing. And my girl really had tears coming out her eyes this episode, and it was just enough to have me ready, fight for her. But not only that, Nate is the friend that everyone needs, because she's always going to talk sense into you, never sugarcoating, and give you the real in a soft and subtle way that will have you reevaluating a lot of things, because she is always speaking with facts. But anyways, there was a sorority that she was interested in that accepted non-binary pledges. And of course, it seemed like they was interested in her. But later in the episode, one of the girls was talking about having her a part of the org would help them with optics and, their quota. And she overheard them. And I felt so bad for her, because she was, truly hurt, as she should have been, because she was let down believing that these people were really trying to take steps forward when really they were being users. But I also have to say that everyone in the sorority didn't feel that way. I do believe that some of the girls would have accepted her and been accepted to having her, but it's always that one that ruined it, which is kind of messed up. Well, That's all I have to say in my recap for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you have thoughts, you already know what to do. Like this video and show your girls some love. Comment your thoughts and let's discuss what we think is going to happen in the next episode and what we think things are headed from here. And last but certainly not least, subscribe and join the queen, baby. Bye.